Respected friends, salutations, hearty congratulations, welcome. May the Lord bless us with divinity. May we deserve it through our whatever the sadhanas we have to do. Here we are, one of them, studying the most sublime Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayana Shastra Shravana Adhyayana. Taking it itself is a great, what do you call, courage and daring. We have done it, we are going through it, we have full faith in Bhagavan Rama and Vaashishtha Valmiki Vishwamitriyadi Kripa, Vamadeva Vyasa Naradadi, that slowly, bit by bit, we become qualified to understand, committed to do sadhana. Beautiful third Utpatthi Prakaranam Leelopakhyanam is going on. BHRANTHI VICHARA VARNANAM. This is an example, a real happening of him. The Raja Viduratha's Brahmana Janma, Raja Viduratha's Janma as Padma, as Raja he was, here also again Viduratha. All of that, the entire deshas, entire contents in the deshas, as a Brahmana, as a Padma, as well as Viduratha. And Kala, and in that desha and Kala, with the Vastus and Vyaktis, whatever is happening, appearing to be so realistic. That is what is the nut to be cracked. That all of that is Chitta Akasha Kalpito. Behind as a substratum, the Chidakasha. Behind the movie as a substratum, the screen, unmoving, unchanged, all pervading as regards the entire movie is concerned. Here also, unchanging, unmoving, all pervading substratum, Chidakasha alone is real. This conviction, followed by, therefore, not valuing the projected, ensuring that because of it the antakarana is shuddha, then the desire jignasa mamukshata, to know that self, then again the Guru Upasana, Guru Anugrahana, the ability to become antarmukha, because within us only the self can be realized. Then, with whatever the efforts required, we just realize it and abide in it. All Upanishads, Vedanta say this only. So here also, Bhagavan is told Ramji by Vaashishtha ji. Let us see, friends. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti, Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Sri Rama Rameti. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre. Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharibhyo Rishibhyo Tesham Sarvesham Kripanugrahena Sri Rama Vaashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasa Narada Vamadevadi Devata Gurunam Anugrahena Upanishad Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayanoktha Paramatmanaha Nirguna Saguna Jnana Bhaktyadinam Dvara Janma Safalyartham Sanatana Dharmasya Vishwavyapti Vishwa Adhyatmika Pragatyartham Dharma Samstavakanam Nitya Nirantara Digvijayartham Sri Rama Mandiravat Shiva Krishnadi Mandiradinam Punaravapti Teshu Nirantara Shastra Adhyenadinam Dvara भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाधारमपास्तमायम् अभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने। यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने भ्रांति विचार वर्णनं नाम एकचत्वारिंशः सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। So, having given 5 examples, 6 examples, you know, what he said therefore is, in the chitta only the whole thing is projected. Therefore, I am taking away from 53rd mantra, taking from Yatha samanjasa swapne swashiraha pravikartanam mithyayvayam mithyayvayam praudha brantita tartarupine. Yatha, just like samanjasa swapne, a well experienced dream, swashiraha pravikartanam. Our own head is being cut by somebody else or ourselves. And still we are alive in the dream. And when we are alive in the dream only, when we wake up, still we are alive. And that Shira Prakartana Anubhuti is so conspicuously felt without happening. Without happening, it is experienced. This is the essence of Vedanta. The whole world is experienced without anything happening. Therefore, mithya yam yam, mithya yam praudha. Mithya eva yam praudha bhrantihi. Praudha bhrantihi, a solidly looking delusion, tatarupini, it is spread. Spread till the reality is known. Spread in lifespans. Even those lives of Janma Marana with Karma Phala also are part of the Bhranti only. In reality, when nothing happens, then nothing which happens is in reality happening. So all these Vedantic Shravana finally should lead in our Jignasa to know then that substrat. Because these all only to free ourselves from the world in which we are caught up. Though it is not real, appearing to be real, so it is told that it is mithya, so our importance given is reduced. We gather our antakarana, focus on the self. So, Vastutastu na jatosi. Vastutaha, in reality, na jataha asi. You are not born. Either as that Brahmana or as Padma, as a Viduratha also. Namrutosi, not you born as Brahmana, then that Padma, and even now, even in the earlier life, Kadachana, never ever. Logically also you see that none of us, though fear, all of us fear the death, none of us had the previous experience of death. Then what do you mean by death experience and all? Fears is identified with the body, loss of fear of losing body, identifying with the things and beings around, the fear of losing them. That's more powerful. That's the main cause. Otherwise, look back into the past. Remember, is there any experience of death? Illogic, another number, one more illogic is there. If there was a death in the past, we would have not been now. The fact that we are there now, that means we are never dead. Dead and gone. Mar gaya, chanipoyadu. Every language gone somewhere. From this body to other body, this loka to other loka. From this set of surroundings to the other set of surroundings. All of that, these things we have heard earlier. The new addition here in this topic taught by Vaashishtha is all the set of things and beings and lokas, all are projected in our chitta only. Again, extension of that is that chitta me, chitta you, chitta samashti, chitta Ishvara. Yaad rakh lo. It's maybe my chitta, it is by you and me both chitta, or the whole samashti chitta, or the Ishvara chitta. Whether it is Ishvara, samashti, you and me mutual, I my own self. Whatever it is chitta only, not real. That is the thing to be caught, crux. So na vastudastu na jatosi, na mrutosi kadachana. Then who are you? Janma Marana Rahita Shuddha Vijnana Rupaha Tvam. You are the pure Vijnana Rupa, the Gnapti Swarupa, you are Chit Akasha Rupa, you are Jnana Swarupa. Shuddha Vijnana Rupasi Shanti Atmani Tishtasi. Shanta Atmani Tishtasi. You are in that peaceful, never changing self, which is Vijnana Swarupa. You are always that. You never got away from it. You took it like that. है ना, like the cub of the tiger mixed up with the bhed bakri, lives like bhed bakri, lives like bhed bakri, but has it ever lost its the tiger ness? Has it ever really become the bhed bakri? So too we the pure self have never lost our selfhood, nor we really became jiva or became the manushya, etc. It is the ignorance which is making the play happen. It is the ignorance of making the play of dream happening. Isn't it? How important is this thought? Then Shuddha Vijnan Rupatam Shanti Atma Tishtasi. Then Pashyasi Vaitad Akhilam. When you are in that ignorance delusion, all the multiplicity of the world you will see. Nacha Pashyasi Kinchana. But when you go to substratum, that being one without second, that being unmodified, therefore other than that there is nothing. So when you see the waves, millions of them. But when you see the water as water, which is all pervading, there is nothing other than the water as a wave. Pashyasi tadakhilam nacha pashyasi. In the Ajnana Drushti, you see the whole world exist. When the Jnana Drushti comes other than Brahman, nothing is there. Neither you nor me nor this world, nothing. Sarvatmakataya nityam prakachasi atmana atmani. You are the Sarvatma. In you only, you are projecting all and seeing it with your Maya Shakti. But only one mistake happened to be rectified. In the projected things, with one thing you extra got identified. That led to the sense of taking the other things as other than you. isn't it? Then why we are trying to? I took identity with this thing because to play, we have to have identity with the upadhis, no? And in a play, it is team, that team divisions happen. But that's only for play's sake, na? In the same way, खेल के लिए शुरू हुआ, reality हो गया, we are bound in it. So, sarva atmakataya, you are the self of all, nityam, eternally, prakachasi, atmana, atmani. You are just glowing within yourself as yourself, you are the atman of all. And one day we told you, remember, total body, every part of the body, in every part, every cell of the body, every cell of that part. Like if a total body, me, a part of the body, my hand. In the hand, there's a millions of cells in every cell. That Paramatma is there as the Atma. With every cell, the self is the self. Self is the self only. So too to the entire hand, if you look at it as samashti, to the whole hand, the self alone is substratum. And with the hands, legs, head, nose, whole body, the substratum is Paramatma. है ना? That means on one Satchit Paramatma, the whole body, total, then the part body, the hand, the micro part in it, the cell, all are projected on. That is the meaning of Sarva Atmakataya Nityam Prakachasi Atmana Atmani. You are in your own self. You are the self of all, your own self. Prakachasi. You are the pure consciousness only. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Mahamanirivo Narayana. महामणिरिव उदारः आलोकैव भास्वरः वस्तुतस्तु न भूपीठम् इदं न च भवान् अयं न च इमे गिरयो ग्रामाः न च एते न च वै वयम् गिरिग्रामकविप्रस्य मण्डपाकाशके किल तल्लीलाभर्तृदाराढ्यं जगद् आभात भास्वरम् तत्र लीला राजधानी मंडपा मंडिताकृतिः भाति तस्योदरे व्योम्नि तदेवं विदितं जगत् तस्मिन् जगत् गेहेन्तर यस्मिन् वयम् इह स्थिताः. What a beautiful, complete, clear picture. Mahamanihi iva, like a brightly brilliant prakashayukta mani ki tarah, aloka iva bhaswara, like the Surya Kanti bhaswara, in that pure consciousness. Okay, in that pure consciousness, where that alone is there, self effulgent in him, vastutaha, in reality, na bhupitam idam, not this whole bhumandala which you see so conspicuously. Nacha bhavan ayam. So neither the bhumandala nor you, both are not real. Again, he is restarting from beginning. Saraswati Mata. What? First, nacha ime girayo gramaha. That giri grama, that is not real. Nacha ete nacha vaivayam. Hmm. Neither me nor these things. Again, giri gramaka viprasya. In that giri grama vipraka, mandapa akasha ke kila. Is it not in that is graha akasha? What happened after that Brahmana died? This Brahmani Arundhati also died. Then in that Akasha only, that Leela Bhartru Udara Adhyam Jagad Abhata Bhaswaram. In the Brahmana Gruha Akasha only, the Leela's husband Padma, that is you. Not only you, the Antapura in which you died. Not only the Antapura, it's a part of the Rajyadani. That's a part of the Rajya. That's a part of the Bhugola. That's a part of the Brahmanda. All of them are in that Brahmana Gruha Akasha. Second step. Leela Bhartudaradyam Jagadabhatavasuram Tatra Leela Rajadhani. So we went from here to there. Vaashishtha telling from there. Leela Rajadhani, in that Rajadhani. Antapura, in the Antapura. The Mandapa, Mandapa Mandita Akriti. Bhati Tasya Udare Vyomni. Again, in the womb of the space of the second Mandapa Akasha. First Akasha is in the Brahmana Gruha. In that only Raja Padma, Rajadhani, his Antapura, in that in his Gruha, again there is Akash. In that Akasha, Bhati Tasya Udare Vyomni, Tad Evam Viditam Jagatu. The entire Jagat in that. Tasmin Jagati, in that whole Jagat Sena, Kehe Antar. There is again, you as Viduratha Raja, you are the king of this kingdom, you have your own Antapura palace, and in that, Yasmin Vayam Ihastitaha. We are seated in front of you, and you are looking at us. Evam, in this way, Tesham Mandapanam. Then that Akasha Mandapas, all of them, Vyoma Avyoma Eva Kevalam, Eva Nirmalam. All the Akashas with its contents basically are the Nirmalam Avyoma, the pure Chidakasha only. Hmm? Okay? Evam Tesha Mandapanam Vyoma Vyomaiva Nirmalam. Means subtler than these two Vyomas is the Chid Vyoma, Nirmala, that alone is ever eternally there. Tatha eva mandapeshu asti namahi nacha taptadam. So, neither in that mandapa, in reality, na bhumi is there, na the pattana is there, then na vanani, reality mein, na shaila, the mountains, Ogaha, the range of mountains, na megha, nor the clouds, na sarid, the rivers, na arnavaha, na oceans. See the beautiful thought. Kevalam tatra nishunye. In that pure conscious self where nothing other than it is, viharanti gruhe janaha appear to be existing and they are conducting themselves. Ah, thank God today in science and technologies contribution to Vedanta is so much that's becoming easy for the speakers to explain Vedanta. The latest discovery, the artificial intelligence. So you see the things as if so real only. So if an artificial intelligence of the human being created instruments can do that, then Paramatma's artificial intelligence called Maya, what it cannot project, what through AI created is projection only. It is not real. A human being made one can do that. Then the Parabrahma Paramatma's Ananta Maya Shakti. It is an artificial intelligence. The real intelligence is pure consciousness. In that AI, you know, MAI, Maya Artificial Intelligence. MAI. This whole thing is projected. That Maya in you, your chitta, in me, my chitta, in everyone, everyone's chitta. That's why you, me, anyone, when they realize the self, the chitta with all its thoughts is found to be the self or disappears. So, Kevalam Tatra Nishunye Viharanti Gruhe Janaha. The Jana, their Vihara of variety of activities, they are all in the pure self projected only. Then, Na Pashyanti Jana, Na Pi Parthiva, Na Cha Bodhara. When the self is realized, the Jana of the Parthivas, Bodharas are not seen as now seen as if real. They are never seen, if at all they are seen as the self only. Okay. Now Viduratha asking a question. Evam chet tat katham devi mama iha anucharaha ime sampannaha. If then how come my anucharas, mantris are so very much there next to me that I can touch them, I can put a garland on them, I can shake hand with them, I can hug them, I can see them. Evam chet tat katham devi mama iha anucharaha ime sampannaha. Atmana santi te kim? Atmanina athava. See, they are in me, or they are independently existing, or they are not there at all. See that question. Again, and this question is answered tens of many times earlier. That in the projected world, all are projected, like in the dream. The dreamer also projected. But the tadatmya with the dreamer makes him take the other than him as the other than him. Identified with this other, matlab identifying with one thing is called ahanta. Once ahamta happens with one set of upadhi, with all the other things, idamta happens. Means they are existing as if somebody other than me. Whereas the dream, other people and the dreamer, both are the waker's mind only. One waker mind projecting dream world. Common point. In dream world, so many are projected. Point two. One of them is that person. Then what happens? This waker mind, when it identifies with that dreamer, then that is ahamta with the dreamer, one particular fellow. Then one it is ahamta came, but then the other things with that ahamta is not there. Then with whatever ahamta is not there, it's called idamta. So this aham and idam bheda, both are projected on the waking mind. So whole dream world is what? The play of aham idam. Both of them are what? Projected on the one chitta only. So therefore you are mantri. You are asking now, what about all my people? Arey, forget about them. You yourself are not real, already told. Because you took yourself to be real I, naturally you are considering others to be not I. Answer is given many times. So एवं चेत् तत् कथं देवी मम इह अनुचरा इमे संपन्नाः आत्मना सन्ति ते किम् आत्मनिनः अथवा जगत् स्वप्नार्थवत् भाति. Okay, if the whole jagat is unreal like the swapna, then tasya swapna vana radayah. Uh, they in the swapna vana and jana etc. are all projected. Katham atmani satyah syuh. How come they are so realistically appearing in the Atman? Then nasatyava iti me mada. First of all, even this Atman also real or not, tell me. That is how. So for this, the answer when given, another question is asked. Another question is asked, answer is given, another is asked. Because still, he is in the Siddhanta Jnana only of the Atman. Isn't it? When you are in the Siddhanta Jnana level of the Atman, not did the practical sadhana and not actualize the Atman, the questions cannot be answered. Vaashishtha knew this. That when I give the answer, the Rama will feel proud about his question. Then he will go on asking the question. What is the way then? First you realize the said Atman, then you will not ask me a question at all. You yourself will know that was, is, now, tomorrow, every time, here, there, everywhere. Only one truth is real. Everything is gathering the reality from the real. So the technically in Vedanta, the satta in the sarpa is borrowed by the sarpa from the rajju. रज्जु का ही रियलिटी सत्ता सर्प ने लिया. The reality satta of the wood is taken by the chair. Chair सत्ता है, you are sitting in it. वो चेयर का एग्जिस्टेंस कहाँ से आया? वो तो लकड़ी का है, सबस्ट्रेटम का है. So too the substratums, the reality sattata is taken by this rupa nama. Whether you call it like that or on the satta, with our chitta, the Rupanama Kalpana is done that way. You say the thing is one and the same. We should be able to catch it. Now Vasishtaji's answer, Sri Vasishta Uvacha, sorry, Saraswati. Sri Saraswati Uvacha, it is not Rama Vasishta, it is Saraswati Vidurata Samvada. So Vidurata Raja asked, Mother Saraswati is replying. Hmm. So, Sri Saraswati Vacha, Rajan, or Raja, Vidita Vedyeshu, Shuddha Bodhaka Rupishu. है ना? Vedyam is thing to be known. Thing to be known is Parabrahma. Vidita, the ones who have known that thing to be known. And what they have known the thing to be known as Shuddha Bodhaka Rupishu. That this nothing of this world is real. Shuddha Bodha, pure consciousness is there. And that consciousness is not separate from me, I am not separate from it. Once you actually actualize that state, at that time, okay, nakinchid etat sadrupam, chid vyoma atmasu jagatam. Chit vyoma atmasu. Chit is pure consciousness. Vyoma is akasha. That is Chidakasha. Atmasu means when it is realized I myself. In that Jagatam, all the Jagrat Jagatu, entire thing about Jagatu, na kinchid etat sadrupam. None of that is in reality existing. Then second point, Shuddha Bodha Atmanaha, of that which is Shuddha Bodha, of that whose Atman is Shuddha Bodha, Kruto Nama Jagat Brahma Bhati. To that reality, the Jagat Brahma is not there. Okay? Like sun, cloud, me. Sun and cloud and me. So cloud is the delusion. Right? So I am this side of the sun and this side of sun is that side, I am this side of the cloud. So for me, because of my cloud or delusion, the sun is not seen. But sun is not hidden by the cloud, no. How can a cloud of 10-20 kilometers can hide the sun whose size is so much? He is Nitya Nirantara Prakasha Swarup. In the same way, the funniest part is what? Ki, when the self is not realized, all this is projected on the self. When the self is realized, self is always the same, therefore no projection happened on it at all. It alone playing the play of everything. है ना, कोई सिनेमा में होता है ना, एक ही चार चार रोल्स प्ले करते. How he is playing the role of himself as creator Brahma and Vishnu Maheshwara, that is called his Maya Shakti. Through his Rajoguna, he only playing as Brahma. Through his Sattva he only playing as Vishnu. Through Tamoguna, he alone is playing as Shiva. That's the meaning of Shuddha Bodha Atmanaha Bhati Krutaha Kuto Nama Jagat Brahmaha. कुतो कहाँ से जगत ब्रह्म होगा बताओ. I am not seeing the reality, therefore I am in the Brahma. I am in the Brahma, therefore I am not seeing the reality. Brahma Kalpita Jagat, I am caught up, therefore I am not seeing the reality. Therefore the Jagat which is Kalpita because of Brahma, first understand to the extent possible that it is Kalpita. Then reduce giving so much importance to it that you are lost in it. To that extent, you are able to access the reality. As the reality accessing starts happening, the Brahma reduces. As the Brahma gets reduced, that Jagat which you kept away in the beginning out of Vivek Vairagya is found not to be there. Then when finally the Paramatma Anubhuti gained, finally the total Brahma is gone, finally total Brahma Kalpita, Jagat also is gone. एक ही बार तीनों होते हैं. Like when I wake up to the waking plane, the ignorance of waking gone, the dream world gone, and dream me gone. I am gone, the world in front of me gone, the ignorance also gone. When the awakening of the waking plane happens. So when I awaken to the self, the ignorance of self goes away, the delusion of the Jagat goes away. In the delusion, one thing is out of many things projected, identifying with few things as aham, with other things as idam. That drama also goes. That's what is Shuddha Bodhatmano Bhati Kuto Nama Jagat Brahmaha. And that's why he's giving again 2, 3 examples which were given earlier, but with this knowledge to convey, examples repeated. Rajvam Sarpa Brahme Shante. When in the pure rope, the delusion of the Sarpa gone because the rope is realized as rope. Punaha Sarpa Brahma Kutaha. Will he have again the delusion? In that rope realized, डायरेक्टली दैट इट इज स्टिल स्नेक, नहीं होता ना। एक बार टच करके देखा आपने रस्सी है, बाद में नहीं नहीं फिर से सर्प है, यू कैनॉट। वंस वी अवेकन टू द रोप हुड, द serpent hood gone. So once we awaken to the reality, the jiva jagateshwara brahma gone. So rajvam sarpa brahme shante punah sarpa brahma kutaha. Same thing for the reality. Asad bhave parignyate kutah sattha jagat brahme. So jagat brahme asad bhave parignyate. The seen jagat is Brahma, therefore it is not at all real there. When this is awakened to Kutaha Satta, again where from the Jagat? So you are asking about your mitra, friends, relatives. I am to subtile keh raha hu main. Then the Jagat is realized as Brahma because the Brahman is realized. Jagat is realized as Asat. This all after realizing Brahma. Then how can it the Jagat be projected again? So your question is because you have not yet realized. When you realize, you will not have a question. So all your questions regarding the snake are because you have not realized the rope. When you realize the rope, you will not ask where from the snake came, who brought it here. अरे जब वो है ही नहीं है तो उसके लिए क्या सवाल होगा? This is Vedantic ultimate truth. Any question asking about the Jagat gives reality to the Jagat. Jagat can be answered if it is there. है ना? About the movie, why that hero like that? You can answer about it. If it's real, it's not real, it's a projection. And it is projection, it can be in any way. In whatever the way it is projection. एक बार भ्रांति कल्पना है तो वो किसी भी तरह का हो सकता है, उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता बिकॉज डेल्यूजन ओनली. लाइक इन ड्रीम whether you see a gold biscuit or a silver biscuit or any iron biscuit, because it's a dream, the value of gold, silver, all are same, that they are unreal. The main aspect of being unreality is common. If you are in the dream delusion, then you say the gold rate आज इतना है, silver का इतना है, stone का इतना है या iron का. So there in the dream where you give reality to them, then they have different values. But from waking standpoint, all the three are the gold, silver, and iron are being mithya. Mithness is the common in them. Therefore, commonly they are unreal. Therefore, one thing great, one thing lesser, that concept won't arise. Okay, asadbhave parignyate kuta sattha jagat brahme. This is one point. Second, parignyate mrugajale punarjalamati krita. Punarjalamati kuta. Once you know the mirage water, that is only the road, tar road or any sand there, you have seen it. Again will you have the Brahma that it is a water? The Brahma remains as long as the Adhisthana, the Satya is not realized. Once it is realized, it is not there. Therefore, your question is answered by you for yourself when you realize the reality. Focus on that. The subtlety here in Vaashishtha saying is what? सवाल पूछते मत रहो, थोड़ा ध्यान भी करते जाओ. In the dhyana, when you know the self, all goes away. Like this fellow asked 200 gurus, whoever are there on the globe, कुछ आप मंत्रोपदेश करो. Every guru out of compassion gave one or the other mantra. But this fellow only collecting the Upadesha mantra from the gurus, but he never did any japa. 10 जगह भीख मांग के आया और खाना खाया ही नहीं तो भूख मिटेगा क्या? In the same way, you are all bhook of answer to your questions, and then solution to your problems will end when you realize the self. Do that. More focus on it. That's why भिद्यते हृदय ग्रंथि छिद्यन्ते सर्व संशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि. कब? तस्मिन् दृष्टे परा. When the transcendental immanent reality is realized, then only सर्व संशयाः क्षीयन्ते. नहीं तो कुछ भी सवाल आता ही रहेगा आपको. All the Vedanta discussion is only to that point of getting conviction about the presence of reality, how to reach to it. After that, following the path by which it has to reach him. then all questions will end. Else you will manipulate the questions. है ना, जैसे कोई टीचर गुरु सत्संग करके आप पूछते मानो किसी से, बेटा किसी को सवाल है तो पूछो, एंड पीपल स्टार्ट मैनिपुलेटिंग द क्वेश्चन बिकॉज गुरु आस्क्ड, पूछो उसको, वो कुछ सुनते समझते तो सवाल आएगा. Otherwise, tattva is told so clear, sadhana is told so clear. He knows sadhana, he is the tattva. अब सवाल जवाब क्या है? Like sometimes people ask me, Swami, you are doing classes. Why don't you have question answer? No chance given. Because you become realistic in manipulating questions in your mind. Go and ask. When there is a guidance given which will nip at the bud level, all the questions as well as questioner, you follow that. I tell you, go inside the self, beyond the panchakoshas, realize self. जो मैं कह रहा हूँ पहले वो करो, फिर कोई सवाल है तो पूछो. When you know the self, no question remains. When self is not known, no answer is satisfactory. Questions go on getting manipulated. Then, next one, third example, Swapna Kale Parignyate. When the Swapna is realized as Swapna after waking up, Swapna Maranam Kutaha, Sve Swapna Maranam. In one's own Swapna, somebody died out of accident or Atmahatya, या किसी ने भोग दिया, ठोक दिया. But when he wakes up from it, where is that thing that I am killed in the dream? Swapna Kale Parignyate, Sve Swapna Maranam Kutaha. स्वस्वप्ने स्वप्न मूर्तिभि ही अमृतस्य एव जायते. आहा, this is a crux of the things. The amrita self, Paramatma Tattva, forgetting himself, playing the play of Jiva, identified with the Upadhi, himself thinking that he is having the fear of death. This is the meaning. Swaswapne, in my own dream, swapna mritibhi, the fear of death in the dream, किसका है? अमृतस्य एव जायते. Of that Amrita Paramatma, not knowing himself Amrita Atma, he is identifying with some perishable. So, and he thinks he is perishable with them. He is not perishable. He is identifying with the perishable. Therefore, he is suffering. Like the father did not fail, but he identified with the fellow, his own son, who always fails. Therefore, father is happy. अच्छा हो गया बेटा, नए किताब नहीं खरीदने की जरूरत नहीं. Or miserable. In this whole world, I am telling you the ultimate thought. Million dollars with Edo, you will never be able to get this explanation. In this world, nobody suffers because of himself. Everybody suffers because of something other than himself. That something other than himself can be the Jagat, the Prakriti. That something other than himself can be the other objects in the world. That मेरा scooter गायब हो गया या कुछ हुआ. Or something other than himself means his own the living beings around. Another, the dog is killed in accident, or my own uncle Penkle died. Nobody suffers because of himself. We suffer because of somebody other than ourselves. Okay? Next. We suffer because of the body, not because our own real self. Body is not self. We suffer because of our senses, which are not me. We suffer because of the senses, not our senses. We identify with the senses and we say, I am suffering. We suffer because of the mind, not because of ourselves. Why? By identifying with the mind. I am the sakshi of the mind, whether the mind has the desire thought, the anger thought, the passion thought, yeah, it has got frustration. कुछ भी हो, मैं तो उसका तमाशा देखने वाला हूँ. Again, I am repeating the sentence. Nobody suffers because of himself. S is capital letter. Everyone suffers because of something other than his own self. The other things which are why suffering? Identification. Sun example I gave you. Vehicle example I gave you. Radhatmitas. He never failed, but sun failed, but he is miserable. So too, he has not got wounded. Body got wounded, but he feels I am wounded. And a mind got hurt, or mind got that misery or disappointment. I am only watching it. Ego got hurt. I am only watching it. Self never is a point of suffering. Self is always blissful. Two things. There's nobody who suffers because of himself. He suffers because of something else. Therefore, wherever we are suffering, we are identifying with something which is other than self. What is that? Identify it and de-identify with that. That's Vedanta. Don't identify with yourself with the not self, because of which we become miserable. De-identify with all the not selves, because of which we become miserable, and identify with the self in which there is not even a trace of misery. स्वस्वप्ने स्वप्नमृतिभिः अमृतस्य एव जायते. मतलब, I am waker, but as a waker, I am Amrita. But me only projecting dream, identifying with the dreamer, I have the fear of death, even the experience of death. The waker never died. The dreamer died. Dreamer was projected only actually. So his birth is projection, his life is projection, his death also projection. In a cinema, somebody is born, projection. He died, projection. They show sometimes, the child born and the mother and father so much attached. Suddenly the child dead. The whole cinema, that mother, father crying only for the child. And we see with equal crying. Or the marriage हो गया, next day only husband died. And बेचारी क्या करे, वो इतनी दुखी हो जाती. And you look at that movie and become miserable. And that marriage also projection, the death also projection. So the child born is projection, is dying also projection. Cinema है वो. So to upadya kalpita upadirayati saeva gacchati saeva jiryan mriyate. Upadya only aate rehte jate nirupadikatma untouched. Okay. Last shloka buddhasya. Okay. That which is of the nature of knowledge. Shuddhasya, in which there is not a trace of Maya, immaculate. Sharan Navashrihi, like the Sharadrutu cloud, which appears but there is no drop of water in it. That's white in color. But in rainy season, clouds are so dark, that means dense, heavy rains. So Sharan Nabha, the Sharadrutu Akasha, do meaning hai. Not even one mega is there, that is a Sharadrutu, because all the clouds rained and gone away. Exactly Neela Akasha, that's it. तो बुद्ध से शुद्ध से शरण नभश्री ही शरद ऋतु के आकाश के समान निर्मल मेघ रहित प्योर सेल्फ इज देयर नो मेघ ऑफ द माया और द शैडो ऑफ द प्रोजेक्टेड मल्टीट्यूड स्वच्छ अवदातत अदित स्वच्छावदाताति अतितताशयस्य स्वच्छ अवदात अतितत आशयस्य स्वच्छ प्योरिटी इमैक्युलेट अवदात who has realized it. Atita ashashayasya, the one who has transcended the projection Maya. Aham jagatcha iti kushabda ka artha. Hare Bapre. Me and the Jagat, these two are kushabdas, he says. Aham jagatcha iti kushabda ka artha na vastutaha sa anga. Oh my dear Rama, or oh my dear Vidurata. In reality, they are not there. Agar hai to vachikam tat. That's what is our Chandogya Upanishad. Vacharambadam vikaro namadeyam prutiga iti eva satyam. Wonderful it is. In the pure realized saint, there is again no bhranti of me and Jagat. If they are there, they are only Vachika. And a wave is a name given to water, that's it. Therefore, the wave is only namesake. What is real is water. Is it wrong? Dekho. Isn't it? The necklace is a name given to the gold, that's it. Therefore, the necklace is namesake. Do we deny that? So entire Jiva Jagat Ishvara is the name given to Parabrahma. With all the designing, like necklace हमने कहा तो इतने designings बनाते हैं. All designings are projected on gold only. Gold alone is real. Behind every projected micro designings. So the whole Jagat is the necklace designed with variety. But behind every design necklace, gold alone is real. So what is necklace with all its designs? Designs are Rupa, name necklace is Nama, both are projected on the gold. Therefore, the gold necklace is only नाम के वास्ते रूप के वास्ते रियली नहीं है वो. आप जो देख रहे हो गोल्ड है उसको नाम दिए. So what I am saying is Brahman gave a name to it called as Jagat. This is the thing. हो गया. इति उक्तवती अथ मुनौ दिवसो जगाम. When the Muni was this way telling Vaashishtha ji, the day ended. Sayantanaya vidaya astaminah jagam. So when the sunset is happening to do all the evening, Krityas, everybody went back to their places. Snatum sabakruta namaskarana jagama. When the sun again has risen early morning, everybody took bath. Sabakruta namaskarana jagama to do namaskara to the sabha and receive the knowledge. Every one of them ajagama. Shyamakshaye. When the night ended, Ravikaraishya sa ajagama. When the Surya Bhagavan came with his all kirana. तो सनसेट होते जाके अपने नित्य कृत्य कर लिया लोग. सुबह होते नित्य कृत्य करके अगेन टू लिसन टू सत्संग दे केम. इति आर्षे श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकि उत्तरकरणे लीलोपाख्याने भ्रांति विचार वर्णन नाम एकचत्वारिंशः सर्गः. This is how 41st Sarga, Bhranti Vicharanam, is the fifth day for them in that satsang. And for us, 598 days. Okay. Thank you. Tomorrow again, Bhranti Vichara Varananam, 42nd Sarga, we'll see. Sarvam, Ramarpanam, Vaashishtharpanam, Valmiki Arpanam, Guru Arpanam, Om, Purnamadaha, Shruti Matre Namaha, Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Take care, friends. Thank you. Come to study Vakya Vritti.